Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you're at. Hello, welcome to the Harris Group. Wanted to introduce myself to you via video. You may be one of my new team members here locally in the Columbus, Ohio area or surrounding cities. You may be with one of the regional states that our group recruits, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, or you may be somebody that is coming to us by referral from outside of that territory. Either way, congratulations for joining the right group with the right opportunity. This is the purpose of this video is really just to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me real quick, and then obviously kind of tell you what to expect in the upcoming training. This should be the first video that you watch in a series of videos that kind of gets you off on the right foot, try to shrink your learning curve and put some money in your pocket right away. Quick background on me. Who is Josh Harris? I've been married almost 14 years to my lovely wife, Tammy. I have two beautiful boys. We are a sports house. My wife was an All-American high jumper at Ohio State. I was an All-American Heisman candidate football player at Bowling Green State University. One of my favorite things to say is that I was Urban Meyer's first quarterback, the head coach at Ohio State. He coached us at Bowling Green. We had a great time, a bunch of great teammates. I was drafted in 2004 in the 6th round to the Baltimore Ravens. Spent some time with the Cleveland Browns as well as the New York Giants. Played in Canada, played in the Columbus with the Columbus Destroyers here in the Arena League. So I've done a little bit of everything as it relates to football. In 2006, I retired and got into sales. I've been in direct sales pretty much most of the time. Did some national account management as well. Primarily a sales guy. I don't say any of that stuff. I don't give my history line to kind of brag. I don't. Some of you may not even be into sports, and that's totally fine. I just say that stuff so that you know who you're dealing with. I know that in the life of an independent agent, many times you can get a new opportunity and then feel like you're completely alone and on an island, and maybe your leadership group is far away and you never even get a chance to meet them. So in the event that we don't meet for a while, I wanted to make sure that you knew what I looked like, what I sounded like, so it's not just a telephone or a text message. I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to connect, and I look forward to meeting you someday. Why life insurance and why final expense? For me, I got into life insurance because I got tired of selling products that I only got paid one time, and then the company that I sold the product for reaped the reward every time that the customer made the payment later on. Why final expense? Final expense to me, if you're brand new to the industry, what you will learn in the future is that there are a million products out there, 1,000,001 companies that'll sell them, and they all have value. You know, they all are great things. They all have their place. I got into final expense because I prefer simple and final expense insurance, small whole life policies, generally designed to help cover those funeral expenses and maybe a little bit more extra left over depending on how big of a policy that you got. Is simple for the client, simple for the agent, and that is what I prefer. Sorry about the buzzing here. This is live, so I wanted to make sure that I kind of told you guys why I chose final expense. I like simple. When you have a simple system and a simple product, you don't have to be an expert. You can just really multiply your work ethic by activity. You know, you don't have to think too much. You just go, right? And that's what I like about it. So real quick, my senior life story. I was introduced to senior life by a buddy of mine after working with several life insurance companies. And in all actuality, like I said, they all work. They have different products. They have different services. They have different niches of customers that they are going after. And they all work. But for me, I was looking for something that was more simple. And in all actuality, I was also looking for a way to get out of my car. I was spending a lot of time in the car. The closest territory I was working generally was an hour from my house. in most cases 2 or 3 hours from my house, and I figured there had to be a better way. And lo and behold, there was. At least for me, people are still working that system, and it works for them. I don't knock anybody for getting it the way that they get it. It works. It's the way that it's time tested, right? But also, so is telesales, and a lot of those people are working the phones to set appointments. So if you could pitch it over the phone instead of just pitching the appointment, why not do that, right? So that's what I figured that I would do. And I love Senior Life because it gives me the opportunity to stay home and sleep in my own bed every night. It gives me the opportunity to not be putting hundreds of miles on my car every day. It gives me the opportunity to be present and active in my kids' lives. Like I said, we are a sports family, and I coach my kids and everything else. And in most cases, I'm done by 6 o'clock, and I have dinner at home. And that is something that I love and I appreciate very much. Senior Life gave me the opportunity to do that. So thank you for joining my group. Real quickly, what to expect from me. I shouldn't say my group, I should say our group. Thank you for joining our group. And what to expect from me, you may be ready to take advantage of this opportunity as a full-time career. Some of you are coming to us and you're just adding a final expense product to your portfolio. Some of you are saying, hey, I need a change, but I can't jump full time. I'm afraid, and I understand that. That's fine. But in terms of what to expect from me, you can expect a person who's going to do what he says. You can expect a person who's going to lead from the front. You can also expect honesty and genuineness. And then you can expect to get from me what you give to yourself, right? So what do I mean by that? I am a true believer in the old adage of you get out what you put in. There's a scripture in the Bible, one of my favorite scriptures, Luke 6:38. At the end of that scripture, it says, the measure that you give is the measure that you'll receive. And I truly believe that. So if you're giving full-time effort, you'll have full-time support from me. If you are not, then I'm sure you would agree that those agents that are giving full-time effort will be a little higher on the priority list. It doesn't mean that I'm going to turn my back on anybody, but certainly just understand where the time and attention has to go based on someone's need for support and the amount of attention that they're giving this opportunity. There is online training available. There is continued support from myself as well as the home office. So you're definitely not alone, even if you are just, kind of adding this to your portfolio or trying to do this part-time. It's a great opportunity to do all of the above. But I am especially excited for those career agents that are looking to make a solid 6-figure income all at one place. Because sometimes we're chasing that solid income, but we're putting a little here, a little from here, a little from here. And you can actually do it all from one place. Whatever you focus on expands. I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. Let's rock.